Here we are going to discuss the MOSFET biasing techniques. Biasing circuits for the MOSFET are quite similar to the circuits used for the JFET biasing. But the primary difference is this: MOSFET also permit the operating points with the positive values of VGS for N channel and negative values of VDS for the P channel MOSFET. So to have a positive values of VGS for N channel and negative values of VGS for the P channel, self bias is unsuitable. That's why we can go for the another biasing technique called the feedback circuit and the voltage divider biasing circuit. So let us go for the feedback circuit. So before that, we have here some notations used in this. VDS drain source voltage, VGS a gate source voltage, ID a drain current, VP is equal to pinch off voltage, IDSS maximum drain current at VGS equal to 0, and K is a constant, that is a function of construction of device. So this is a major role in the designing the MOSFET. Let us go for the feedback biasing technique. Here one of the important concept is a feedback, that is from the output is fed back into the input side. Output here the drain D is connected to the feedback, that is input of your gate terminal. So this is a feedback biasing technique. RD is connected here. RD is connected here, the drain and this one source. So this is a simplified MOSFET feedback circuit. Let us go for the DC analysis. As a drain and gate terminal are shorted, so your VD is equal to VG, that is your drain source voltage is equal to your gate source voltage. Next, once if you know this, why we have concentrate on this VDS and VGS means your operating point is your Q point is depends on your VDS and the VGS. Next, apply KVL to this output circuit. Potential rise, that is your applied voltage equal to drop of this RD, drop across this your drain source terminal, which is equal to 0. So your VDD minus IDRD minus VDS equal to 0. So obviously your VDS is equal to this one equation. So once if you found the VDS value, your VGS is equal to your gate source voltage is equal to VDD minus IDRD, because already we made one assumption VDS equal to VGS. So this is your feedback DC analysis. So if you go on with the problem, then you can understand the concept of feedback. And this is a given circuit diagram, and the values are ID on VGS and VGS threshold. These are the values are given. And what about your capacitor? So for the DC analysis, these two things are in get opened. And before that, we have a small formula. Your ID value is equal to K into VGS minus VT the whole square. What is our K? Already we know all the values. So the notations already we have discussed here. So the K value is equal to ID on divided by VGS on minus VT the whole square. And substitute the value here and find the value of K. Next, what about your VGS? Because your Q point VGS Q is depends on your gate source voltage. So VGS equal to VDD minus IDRD. How to derive this equation? How to get this equation means from this feedback circuit. Okay. So this is a value here. Next, now I want ID value, output current value. So from this K into VGS minus VT the whole square. So what is a K value? Just now we have found. And what about your VGS? This is your VGS in terms of ID. Substitute here and get the equation in terms of second order. So what is your how to solve this ID value second order equation? By means of quadratic. So we know, because we are familiar, minus b plus or minus root of, that is b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Substitute this value here. So ID is equal to this value. I am getting two values here. So if you take ID is equal to this value, I am getting the negative value of your VDS. Okay, so this value is invalid because VDS should be in the positive value. So next, take the second value of your ID, substitute here, find the value of VDS. Once if you know the VDS, you can easily find the VGS, because these two things are same in this feedback circuit. So this is a one way of solving the feedback biasing problem. Next, we can go to the next biasing technique called the voltage divider biasing technique. Here this one is similar to the JFET, and one thing, your voltage divider means potential divider. R1 R2 plays a major role. So you are going to design to provide a positive gate source voltage. So let us go for the DC analysis. Ig is equal to 0 amps. What about your Vg? So you know by means of some circuit theory concept. So this R2 Vg is equal to R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into your applied voltage VDD. So this is your Vg value. Next apply KVL to this loop. What happened? So definitely your Vg, and what about drop across this VGS and drop across this RS value. Okay. So VGS equal to Vg minus ID into RS, and what about your ID equal to IS? So this is one assumption. Next apply KVL to the output circuit. This one is our output circuit. So applied voltage, drop across this, and drop across this. So that is IDRD, ISRS and VGS. So VDD minus ID into RD plus RS. This is our VDS. So this is our voltage divider biasing. So next we can go with the one problem, then you can understand the voltage divider biasing, how to design. So this is our values given and circuit diagram is given, everything VGS, threshold, ID and VGS. Let us go with the first one solution. So first step, to find the VG, to find this VG. So VG equal to, this is a formula, R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into VDD. Okay, so Vg equal to 18 volt. Next, to find the ID value, because your Q point is depends on the ID. To find the ID value, so find the value of K value first. So what is a K value? Already we know the equation. So substitute here, find the value of K. So once if you find the value of K, substitute here. What about your VGS? So VGS equal to this value. So that is VGS minus VS. So substitute here and find the value of ID value here by means of quadratic equation. So once if you know the value of ID, so take the value of first, here you are getting two values, 37.38 or 6.72. So first take the values of 37.38. I am getting the negative value. So it is an invalid one. So you can go with the another value. So VDS equal to VDD minus ID into RD plus RS. So substitute here, VDS equal to 14.31. What about your VGS? VG minus ID into RS. So 12.4855. So this is our VGS. In case of feedback, VDS and VGS are same. In case of voltage divider, these two things are different. So in this, the VGS equal to this value. VGS equal to VG minus ID into RS. So RS value is known, VG value is known. You can find this value here, substitute in the ID value. So far we have discussed the JFET various biasing techniques. Next we will go with the switching applications. So this applications of FET, this FET is used in digital circuits in computers. FET is used in low frequency amplifiers, and it is mixer circuits in FM and TV receivers, and mainly it is considered it is in the switching applications. So the figure shows JFET as a analog switch. So it is an when no gate voltage is applied to the FET, VGS equal to 0, and FET becomes saturated and behaves like a small resistance, usually of the value of less than 100 ohms. Therefore, your output voltage is equal to Vout is equal to RDS on divided by RD plus RDS on into your input voltage. Since RD is very large, since this value is very large, obviously your Vout is equal to almost equal to 0. When VGS equal to off, that is negative voltage is applied here, FET operates in the cutoff region and it acts as a very high resistance, usually in the mega ohms. Hence output voltage becomes nearly equal to the input voltage, that is output follows the input value. So I will tell in some other words, when VGS is high, JFET operates in the ohmic region and this switch is closed here. Since RDS much smaller than the RD, Vout is much smaller than the Vin. When VGS is low, JFET cuts off and the switch is shown in, it gets open. Okay, So when V out is equal to V in, that is a condition when V out is equal to V in when the switch is open. So thus a JFET shunt switch either transmits the AC signal or it blocks it. Coming to the next diagram, so it is a series equivalent circuit, and what about the condition when VGS is high? This condition when VGS is high, the switch is closed and JFET is equal to the resistance of RDS. When in this case output is approximately equal to the input side. Output is approximately equal to the input side. What about in the what about when VGS is low? VGS is low, the JFET is open and Vout is approximately equal to the 0. Once if you understand the switching concept, we'll go with the switching characteristics. So switching characteristics is nothing but here this is my input pulse, this is my output pulse. Some of the definitions are referred in this slide. So one is a time delay. So what is your time delay? This is your time delay, TD. The time from when the gate source voltage rises. So this is this point, from this point to the this point, 10% of VGS until the drain source voltage reaches a 90%. This one. This is your time delay. What about your rise time? Time taken for the drain source voltage. This value from this value. This is your VDS. But that is rise time. What about your turn on time? That is a total of time delay, TD and the TR, which is T on is equal to TD plus TR. Next, what about your TD off? This is a value TD off. That is time from where gate source voltage drops below 90% and reaches its drain source voltage of 10%. This is your TD off. What about your fall time? Time taken for the drain source voltage to rise from 10%. This is your TF. So total duration TD off plus TF. So these are the reference I have used for the first unit. Thank you.